Hey everyone, it's me and McGimnerd here, bringing you my review for Kill la Kill Episode 4. Now, if you had to ask me how I felt about this episode in 2 words, just 2 words and nothing more, here's what they would be. Fucking hilarious. This is definitely the funniest episode of the series so far, and I would even say it's the best episode, simply due to how and also the most craziest, just because of how hilarious this episode was. This was an awesome episode. Now, more so the summary of this episode is the fact that Mako wakes up Ryoko early, and the reason why is the fact that today in school is no late day, where all the 1-stars like them have to get to school before 8:30, or else they get expelled. But the catch is they have to go through a death trap of maze. And along the way, they meet this one girl. I believe her name is Markoi. I'm not sure. I'm forgetting her name at the moment. But basically, the whole gist of the episode is the fact that they have to get to school, survive all these death traps. But there's a catch with at least Ryoko. You see, Sengetsu was pretty much in the laundry by the time she left, and when it was done, Mako's father and brother and their dog would deliver it. Now, this leads into possibly my favorite moment in the episode, was the running joke when Makoi would pull down Ryuku's pants and they would see her panties. This let that Mako's dad, brother, and her dog would see it, get a nosebleed, get into an accident. The other would appear to have died. Then someone else, like when it happened to Ryoko's dad, her father's like, you have to do one thing for me, and his son's like, what is it, Dad? Give the uniform to Ryuko. And then the son's like, alright, Dad, and then he just takes off, and then it happens to him again, and the same thing more so happens to him. The dog takes it, but the dog delivers it, but the same thing more so happens just as soon as she gets the uniform. Yeah. That gag had me rolling, and this episode definitely, like, if you guys saw my episode 2 review, you know, like, my main complaint with the episode was the fact that it felt too redundant with the first episode. Felt the same, but this episode really feels like so far the most different one out of all of them. The base, because the fact that it's discovered that Markoi is pretty much the film of the episode, where she was planning this all along to dethrone Sakutsuki, and overall, and by doing that, she was going to take Ryoko's uniform. And in the end, it's the fact that Ryoko doesn't defeat her. Instead, she gets more so expelled from the school because one of the 4 generals overhears her say all of that and expels her for reasons pretty much of treason. Which I did think this was refreshing, because I was definitely worried that every episode was more so going to follow the same pattern. Definitely not was the case with this episode for sure. But yeah, overall, Kill la Kill Episode 4, fucking awesome episode, hilarious as hell, great action, and overall just a fun episode to watch. Yeah, what were your guys' thoughts on this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you somewhere in the middle? If you like this video, leave a like. If you dislike it, leave a dislike. If you want to see more content like this, sub to me. But yeah, anyways, I'm McGimnerd signing out. Peace.